Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Ari Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
Kikvar nizbor eslam she'im emtsoim eile yimatu lahem o im emtsoim yechalashim v'lo bekol hachoizek mitztarech behem hine lo yasigu behem shleimus amiti ela yigara mehem kifi ma shegaro hem b'talusam. The people with shlemei adas, the people who look at the world in a way that I always want to be the best Eved Hashem that I could possibly be. That's my goal in life. So they understand every single time that I weaken, so I'm not being the best person that I can be. Every time that I give into my Yetzer Hara, every time I don't put in all the effort that I could, so then I'm lowering myself and I'm not getting to that complete level of being an Oved Hashem, and that bothers them. That hurts somebody. I wish I weren't like that. I'm lacking in that shleimus. I'm lacking in that completion of being Avodas Hashem. Now, everybody has to understand, somebody could take this to an extreme and get depressed by it and just throw the whole thing away. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a person who is emistic on this level. If a person is not on this level, they can't pretend to be on this level. We can't pretend to be people who are not. That's a major problem in students who become very inspired and they say and they jump to extreme levels that they're not holding there. They're not holding by their levels, and they think they're doing amazing and great, and it lasts for a few days or a few weeks or even a few months, and then they fall, and then they throw the whole thing away. Why if I can't do it, so then forget it. Forget the whole thing. A person has to realize, I'm not there. You're not at that level. And if you're not at that level, don't try, because you're just going to hurt yourself. You have to go in stages, a little bit at a time. This is talking about a person who's a very high level, that his complete motivation is only to serve Hashem. And yes, it hurts him when he doesn't reach that, when he doesn't fulfill it all the time. But he's also on the level to understand that I'm going to try harder next time and I'm not going to give up. People who are not holding at their level and they jump and they think that they are, so they're going to end up falling and not getting back up. Chas v'sholom.
It's not only on a logical level, also emotional.
It's going to be on an emotional level, for sure. Everybody who gets inspired can have that feeling of, I want to be the best. And that's really nice. That's really a good thing. The inspiration is wonderful. It's the way, now let's take that lemaisa. Let's do something with that inspiration. What do I do with that inspiration? You take a small step lemaisa. You don't decide, I'm going to finish all of Shas in one night and still get a good night's sleep. You can't. The person has to be practical. He has to understand that I am not on this level, even though I'm inspired to be on that level. It's a wonderful thing to be inspired to be on that level. Take inspiration and make something practical out of it. Like what? Well, it depends. It could be on anything. It could be, I'm going to use that inspiration to make sure that I get to chakras. Just get to chakras. Or a person who goes to chakras, I'm going to get to chakras on time. Or I'm going to get to chakras early, depending on where you're holding already. I'm going to use that inspiration to get a little bit higher. It has to be in small steps. And when you have young students, they have to ask for help. Because if they would do it on their own and just decide on their own, they're in grave danger of doing it the wrong way and of falling. And unfortunately, this happens all the time, where you can have people who view the time that they had spent in yeshiva as an inspiration, as a stage in their life, and then, then there's the rest of life. I had my inspiring yeshiva or my seminary year, I was inspired, and then we go back, that's just like you're in a bubble, it's not real, and then we go back to real life. No, this has the opportunity to be real life. It can be real life. It's just that we have to know how to build it up a little bit at a time. And that's what the person over here is, the person who built it up, and he's at a point where this is my whole goal in life. Person has to be honest with themselves. I'm so inspired, yeah, but you still follow the Yankees? You're so inspired, but you still have your social media platforms? Yeah, you're so inspired, but you have, no, I'm cutting myself off everything. Like, really, honestly, speak to a Rebbe, speak to somebody, and see where I'm really holding, and take that inspiration and use it the right way. That's why he says, a person doesn't have it's not as big of a tsar. Person can flip their lives over in a second, but only in their mind necessarily. Practically, to bring it out, it takes a lot of steps. The person has to know, I want to get on that right path. I want to do the right steps. In order to do that, it's kedai to speak with a rebbe, a mentor, a teacher, in order to do things, to practically bring this out the right way. Okay? Stop over here.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.